I don't even look what episode
23.
this is.
23.
What's special about 23 other than Michael Jordan?
LeBron James.
Nah, LeBron ain't good enough yet. I mean, and I like LeBron. I do, but
I'm
Mike-
shocked that you
isn't
said
good
that.
enough. How many straight finals did he make? Like 8?
he made 8 straight finals, but he only won 3 of them.
I thought it was 4.
No, he's only won 3. 2 with Miami and one with Cleveland.
I got this like icy hot patch on my neck, and it's like making me sweat. It's getting really hot.
What?
And that's how
Oh
we
my
start
God.
episode 23, and I'm leaving all of that in. So explain to people what's going on. You got your one of your hosts here, Lebronald Palmer, with
JJ Wood.
and we're in person, and then we also have on the Zoom.
Sure, she's in person too.
No, we're in person together.
Okay.
Like then we also have on the Zoom apparatus. Please, again.
Taylor Cusak.
So are we gonna come up with like a fancy
We need-
nickname for you? Yeah, that's
no,
what I was
what
wondering.
about me? Because I feel awkward, and now I just saw you
No.
feel awkward. JJ Wood.
No,
Taylor Cusak.
You're JJ
Taylor
Wood.
You like
Cusak.
I'm
Breon has LeBronald Palmer.
I'm the cool
I mean,
one
come
though. I
on.
mean, you gotta accept that. I mean, I add the cool to the podcast.
Wow.
If we were popular, we could like send out a poll or something on Instagram.
Well, we-
I think I'm going to later today.
Popular.
She's popular enough to do
So will
it.
you put a poll for me too?
I got you.
The dad bod
Good job.
extraordinaire or golf extraordinaire or something.
All right, so this is episode 23. So I think we just need to get right into it.
Okay.
It's major championship week. The first major in over a year. I didn't realize it had been over a year since we had a major. Did you know that?
I didn't
It's
think
been a
about
while.
that. It's been a while though.
Yeah,
'cause
384
August
days.
What, was July the last major?
July was the last major.
Wow.
Wow.
What was it? The British?
Yeah, remember because they moved it back. The British.
So
last time.
yeah, it went
Or the Open
Masters.
Championship now.
Well,
Time's kind of flown by.
It has. I mean, I kind of feel like we're in the upside down world. I saw a video yesterday where some dogs jumped over a fence to eat a chicken. And I said, hey, something's wrong because this isn't supposed to be happening right now.
What are you watching on the internet?
What kind of dog?
First off, I don't know what I was watching on the internet. I don't know how it
He
ended
has
up on my
way too
timeline.
much time.
I had way too
Somebody
much time on
monitor
my
his
head.
social media.
Diet Coke.
Pick it up. You're good. But yes, I don't know
Makes
what
me
I was
sit so
watching.
close. I'm just a little, restricted over here.
Look, we have to get this done the appropriate way. So let's get into the championship though. Round 1, we are recording on a Friday. This will go out on today as well. But for those of you, yesterday we had an interesting leaderboard. You've got guys who hadn't played well in years. Zach Johnson, Martin
Yeah,
Keimer,
Day.
Jason Day.
So did you hear Jason Day left Colin Swan to get another look or set of eyes on his swing?
I did not hear that.
I didn't hear that either.
Yeah, I heard it on PGA Tour radio driving home. Unless I was
Wow.
but I mean, Colin Swan's like his father figure. I mean, he was was he like a foster child and he was like a troubled child?
Yeah,
kind of thing?
Jason Day has a troubled youth past, they would say.
Yeah, so Colin Swan found him like they're doing some golf program and found Jason Day at like 14, right? And it then kind of took him under. He's like, this kid's got talent, coached him up, kind of became a father figure, and then the rest is history. But so Colin Swan used to caddy for him.
Yeah,
up
he
until
did.
about last year.
Yep.
And but yeah, and then so he quit doing that last year, and then now I think he's a father figure, so I think he's always in the picture.
But he's just not going to be a swing coach anymore.
Well, I think just he wanted to see a different opinion, which I understand.
It may help. I mean, let's get Taylor. Your opinion first.
Okay, did he switch? You said a year ago, or he switched for the championship?
Caddying. So Colin used to caddy for him full time, and
Right.
last year he switches caddy full time, and then I heard on PGA Tour radio. I'll look it up right now. That I'm not sure who the guy was that is looking at his swing or like helping him,
But it probably helped.
But he just wanted like a different set of eyes. Which after what's Jason Day 30?
Jason, no, he's older than that.
Oh, he's older than that.
Got to be older than 30. Yeah,
Dude, he's
gotta
a
be.
lot younger than I thought. But
He's like late 30s.
Yeah, I would think. I
No.
think Taylor. He's got to be
He's
like
younger than
35.
me. He's younger, way younger than me. 32.
Okay, 32.
Oh.
32.
Shocker.
So these are the people on the leaderboard now. We've got Day, Brendan Todd, Scheffler, Martin Keimer, and Xander Schauffele. Those are your top 5.
I think Scheffler could be the sleeper.
Okay. Any of those, Taylor, do you think any of those end up winning the tournament by the end on Sunday? Day, Todd, Scheffler, Keimer, Schauffele. What do you think?
I like Schauffele. He's so solid. But Scheffler just hasn't gotten any pub for how good he is. And, I mean, he's like Jordan. I mean, he's from Texas, you know, and I believe he won a U.S. Junior Am, didn't he? Went to UT All-American, but he hasn't won yet on tour, and he didn't play good at the Byron as a high school player, so he doesn't have the Jordan Spieth height. But from the height, I've been talking to Woodland's women's coach a lot, or girls coach.
Yeah.
But he runs a Texas Junior Golf Tour, and he was saying, you know, this was like last week, that he thought Scotty Scheffler, he always thought Scotty was better than Jordan. But Jordan always played good at the right times. So, but, you know, we'll see. I mean, because there's a lot you can't see with the eye, like what's inside them and their mindset. And
their mental set,
but, I mean, Scotty Scheffler's obviously solid. He's won on every level so far.
So let's make our picks then. Now,
look at this.
I
Jason
probably was
Day
the person.
Splits with longtime swing coach and mentor Colin Swanton on July 30th.
Oh, so he did it right before.
Channel.
He did it right before then. So that probably helped him.
Yeah.
That probably helped him. So let's make our pick then. Taylor, I'm gonna go to you first. I probably was the only person who watched 12 hours of golf coverage yesterday.
I heard it while I was teaching all day.
I was stuck in meetings all day. I didn't get to watch golf.
Meetings? What? Getting all your endorsements lined up?
I do have a life, you know. I mean, it's not just, you know, glam and Instagram and golfing.
Wait,
you know.
what is your family? They make meat, pork?
Oh my! Can you smack him?
No, I'm not. I'm not
near him.
I was wondering if you're in there grinding the meat.
No, I do all the marketing side. So every single thing you see on social media, emails.
I actually have that written down after the pod. I need to talk to her about my marketing.
We are. So, but Taylor, make your pick. So,
I have to stick with Brooks. So
you think Scheffler goes 3 in a row?
Just because he's sexy doesn't mean.
No, I do not think he is sexy.
What?
So no.
How do you not think he's sexy?
His attitude does not make him sexy to me.
Well, yeah.
Like, even though, I mean, like,
man crush after he won like 3 majors.
You had a man crush.
Impressive, but he got a little cocky.
Exactly. Kind of like how I said on the last episode. So he is cocky enough to turn it into confidence. And they interviewed him, I think yesterday, and he kind of, if anybody kind of caught on to it, it was a stab at DeChambeau.
No, I missed it. What did he say?
I didn't hear it.
It was kind of like, you know, hey, I play golf. This is what I'm out here to do. I don't get scientifical about it. Which, if you guys remember, he's big on the protractor, scientist, all that. I mean, kind of was like,
Bryson really a scientist?
I mean, Bryson's no.
He thinks he is.
He's not, though. I mean, I have some direct, like his roommate from SMU that, you know, he's a nice guy.
We got a fan over here.
No, I'm not a fan. He beat me in a playoff one time. He made a 90-footer, and I had an 8-footer, and I didn't even touch the hole, and he made it.
That means he's better than you then.
I hope so. He's 5th in the world, and I'm like, one point I was ranked 2,604th. I think I might.
Wait, so you were actually in the world rankings at one point?
Someone sent it to me, yeah. So I guess when you have 2 missed cuts on tour, you get ranked.
Oh my. Breon, who do you think?
But I got to tell her, because she hasn't been on the podcast, I did beat Phil Mickelson.
You did beat, yep. He beat Phil Mickelson at the PGA Championship in 2017.
And I played bad.
And this is his call to fame.
Well, I didn't beat him total because I shot a 43 the back 9 or something. But
don't leave that part out.
But I beat him round 1. I was so not upset. That sounds like I was crying. I was angry when I finished in the dark round 1 because I bogeyed coming in, shot like 78. And then my mom knows nothing about golf. She's like, well, you beat Phil Mickelson. And I was like, I did? I was like, that's all I can withdraw.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, I was like, I'm set for life now. Now, if Tiger would have been there and playing bad like he was, you know, a few years ago.
Then you could have beat Tiger also.
God, be famous like Taylor.
All right, so
I mean, how many people have on tour? But.
We got 1 vote for Brooks. Brooks is right now T2. Or T3 because all the 4-unders are T3. Who do you think? I mean, I know you didn't get a chance to watch it all yesterday, but
I saw Bryson break his driver.
We'll get into Bryson. No, we're gonna get to that in a second. But who's your pick? Who do you think is your pick right now?
I don't even know the leaderboard. I'm gonna have to look at
leaderboard. You've got Day, Todd, Scheffler, Keimer, Zach Johnson's there, Rose, Steele, Finau, Woodland. I mean, you've got a lot of guys that are basically, you know, within 3 shots of the lead.
I mean, I could see even Tiger I just feel like he played so good in that match that
He did.
and he's only played one tournament since.
And he finished 25th in that tournament.
And I mean, he just looks so good, so sharp.
Minus getting off the tee, he played pretty well yesterday.
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
They were all saying how important hitting fairways was, but when I looked over at the TV, nobody was hitting Bryson wasn't hitting fairways.
Yeah, but Bryson hits the ball 330. I mean, that makes a difference.
That's why people say drive for show, putt for dough. It doesn't work that way. You got to drive it and putt it. You got to drive it to give yourself a chance, and then you got to putt it to win.
True. So my pick to win is Daniel Berger.
What is with you and Berger?
He has these weird.
I have weird people.
You've gotten off Harold Varner.
Yeah, I got
Harold Varner.
Harold Varner pissed me off.
Pick like every week.
Yeah, he pissed me off. He couldn't win. He kept being in final pairings, and he couldn't win, so I had to leave him. But Daniel Berger is my
probably physically shouldn't even be on tour, but he's probably just
he's scrappy.
Got grit.
Yeah, he's definitely scrappy. So, but Daniel Berger is my pick. So
he is good.
The last that I saw a crazy stat. Daniel Berger didn't shoot over 70 for like 100 straight rounds or something crazy like that.
Did you just spill that all down you?
Yep. And but I'm trying to transition off Diet Coke because of I'm getting old, the doctor said, and my bones are not working like they're supposed to.
Are you sure it's not all that sugar?
Well, Diet Coke doesn't have sugar.
It has aspartame.
It still does.
No, it just has chemicals.
He's drinking rat poison. That's pretty much what it is.
It's like a knockoff ice,
So I know JJ, I know you've played out on the West Coast. Have you ever played Hardin Park?
I played Olympic
Olympic,
Club.
which is across the street.
Yeah, it's like the hill is.
Have you ever played West Coast golf, Taylor?
No,
I realize the ball goes.
I don't think so.
So yeah, I have. I've played in LA, Anaheim, and the Bay Area.
But have you played on the coast, like not like 10 miles inland, but on the
ocean?
Yes,
I have in
Pebble, Olympic. The ball goes nowhere.
So that's what we wanted to get into. Taylor.
The closest I've been to is Reno, Nevada.
And that's
as close.
Yeah, that's the desert.
Isn't that like altitude?
That's desert. Yeah. So
that's as close as I've got.
Have you been to California?
Yes, but I haven't played golf there though.
Yeah. So this is the question though. People see our pictures and our posts. We're in Houston and Oklahoma City, respectively. The courses here don't look the same as they do on the West Coast.
Well, we have a little different scenery than Pebble.
That's what I was going to say.
And all that.
Like the terrain is different. Taylor made a good point about our courses. The grass dies.
Exactly. We do not have perfect golf.
I didn't know that until I transferred to OU, and then it went yellow or whatever it does. And because we always overseeded fairways, our rough was dormant, but I didn't really think about it. I guess I don't know, but you've seen the whole course just like a big yellow brown patch. It's kind of weird.
So I posted a video last year, I guess, whenever the grass started to die, and I got so many messages like, Taylor, why are you playing golf in a cow pasture? What is wrong with you? Everything's not green. And I'm like, I play golf at a really nice country club, but sadly.
What course do you play?
At Belmar. Toby knows it. I mean, he takes so good care of it.
Yeah, I mean, they take great care of the course, but you can't tell through videos and pictures. You cannot.
And the other thing is the greens are typically better dormant because they're firm and fast and smoother.
Yeah.
So sadly, we don't have, perfect condition golf course weather. And it's just people from California and people from Florida don't understand. When they come and they travel to the south, Arizona, they're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, they don't get it at all. And then another thing that I've noticed that I don't understand, and I've flown into this a lot, that fog, or I think they call it marine layer.
Oh yeah,
that's serious. That's serious. That's bad.
So one year I played in the U.S. Amateur at Olympic Club. I played there like 3 different times, but this year it was my tee time was like 11 a.m. and I didn't tee off till 6:30 p.m. because the fog would not. It was August, but it was like June gloom. Like if you know what June gloom is, where it's like always
foggy. Yeah,
it was terrible.
You didn't start playing golf till 6 p.m.
30. Yeah, I got in. I was like 7 over through 11. Good start, and then got on the bus, headed back, and then finished off my 83 the next morning. And
I'm more impressed that you waited all day. You probably sat there on the golf course like, when can I go now? All right, what time is it? Now it's 6:30.
Coach, because his golf career started in Yuma, Arizona, so he knew my dad's friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I teed off. I kept hitting slices in the rough and chipping out sideways, and my dad's like, "Why don't you try to hit the fairway?" It's the first time ever caddying for me.
Or why don't you just go home at that point? I mean, at this point, it's time to eject.
Another funny story. So after we finish whatever, and Webb Simpson and Brian Harmon sit on like the bench seat. We're riding a school bus back to the hotel, and he's like, Webb was like, "Man, I played so bad today." I was like, "Yeah, me too." And I was like, "What'd you shoot?" Because he kept complaining. He's like, 73. What'd you shoot? I was like, "Damn, 83." I was like, "You're killed for a 70." And then he wins the U.S. Open there, so apparently he's better than me too.
He's better than you also. So
Bryson, surprisingly,
we have two golfers we could confirm are better than you, Bryson and Webb Simpson.
Hey,
I mean,
DJ and Ricky missed the cut there too.
We're done with you right now.
I backed it up with a 73 though. 83, 73.
Now let's get
him off the mic.
I know. Let's get into Bryson real quick. I don't think I've ever seen a player break a driver like that. First, I thought he broke it on his swing.
Because he has the dad bod. I've had that problem at a tournament. I went to pick up my tee, and like, no, it was before I hit. Something happened, but my ball went straight right. I go to pick up the tee, and my head fell off. So I hit it with a loose head. And,
no, I think he broke his.
Yeah, I know,
but
then when I leaned, so it might have been loose.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
Like mine definitely was loose because I don't know, it felt weird. Ball went like so far right out of bounds. And I like, man, that was weird. And I go to pick up my tee and that like bend on the club and the head flew off.
Have you ever broke a driver or anything, Taylor, a club at the course?
Yes.
Out of rage, or on a swing?
Well, on a swing. It was a dumb high school moment that I was like, oh, I can totally do a Happy Gilmore, no problem. And I ran up on the driving range with my driver.
Like all the time.
And I kid you not, I hit the ground first so hard, split right from the head. Driver head goes flying. I'm stuck with just the shaft. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I supposed to do now? Yeah. It was so embarrassing.
This wasn't during a tournament, was it, or was it just practice?
No, it was just practice.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've never broke a club. The only time I had one break is when it fell out of the back of my truck and it broke itself. But I've never broke a club on a course. I've never snapped one. I've never thrown one. I hate myself most times that I play golf. I'm probably the worst attitude. I've gotten better.
No, you don't have to. You're just real negative.
Yeah,
but I play with people that look suicidal sometimes.
I never would do that. I would never be mad. But Bryson's got to chill out. I think every week we get a new antic from Bryson. The first week it was the penalty shot by the tree.
That special kid. Like you just gotta accept him for who he is.
He's got to chill out. I mean, the first week it was the penalty thing with the ball moving by the fence line. Then it was fire ants. Like he was. I can't play my ball because I'm gonna get bit by red fire. And then now he breaks his driver. What's the ruling on that? He gets to just put another driver in play?
If it happens in like the normal course of play, if you break it like out of anger, you can't.
But what happens if he leaned on it?
That's what I'm saying.
There's and Bryson knew this rule actually because that's what they're going back and forth. But it's something like in a normal course of play, or I can't remember the wording. But basically, if you don't break it out of anger, then you can replace it. But I mean, most people don't have the gosh, can't get this thing
Whoa.
COVID, put your mask on just in case.
Oh my gosh, it's that Diet Coke. It's getting to him.
No,
it's eating him from the inside.
No, my Diet Coke's on the floor.
Oh.
He can't even finish his thought.
What was the thought?
We were talking about Bryson and the rule with the driver.
So basically, if you don't break it out of anger, you can replace it.
Okay.
But what person outside of a tour player has a backup driver?
No one.
Yeah,
and we don't have the equipment trucks like they do at those events.
Trucks leave after the practice or after Wednesday night.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But I also think too.
But they leave them stuff.
He likes attention. He's in the media. He's all over TV. No matter what is being said about him, something is being said about him. So everyone he's being talked about.
Is all attention good attention in this case, or is it trending negative?
I think for his brand, because he's just a goof. goofy person. I mean, he thinks he's a scientist, but he's just a goofball.
See?
But I think some of this is negative, man. I like
I'm
the
starting
Bryson.
to like him more. I didn't like him before because now that it's so ridiculous,
I'm
like
starting to
him more.
dislike him now.
Well,
I liked him when he first came back and he was
See,
all
Brooks. I'm
buff.
going the other way because Brooks presented himself as a put together, athlete. Now he's just like a cocky athlete. But Bryson was like, I don't know, it's just so outrageous. But it's not like cocky. It's just like stupid.
I think
right.
I think the golf gods are going to give us at least Saturday or Sunday Bryson and Brooks in a pairing. I think that's going to happen this week because they're a couple shots away from each other.
Bryson ended up at?
Bryson was 4 under.
Oh, so same as Brooks.
And no, Brooks ended up. I'm sorry, Bryson was 2 under. Brooks was 4 under. So I think the golf gods are going to give us that, and I just want them to box on the first tee.
Oh, Brooks, but
no, Bryson would win that fight.
No.
Bryson would win
that
fight.
Like episode 1.
Wait, hold on, Taylor. Stop.
Sup?
Hold on, Taylor. Let's do Bryson Brooks first. Who do you think wins that fight?
Well, okay, hang on. Like if
Fist
Bryson,
fight.
okay, if Bryson sat on Brooks, then he would win. He'd
Bryson's gonna win that fight.
Okay.
But Brooks,
Who's gonna win?
Wait, hold on. Go.
He's
Go,
an athlete. He works out all the time. I honestly
so does
think
Bryson.
Bryson.
Yeah, but he's got some fluff. Like he's got some love.
Yeah, he's
fluff
got the
on
dad
him.
bod like me. Like I can still whoop some ass, but I mean, me versus you, I don't know. You're getting pretty fluffy too.
I'm gonna win. If it's me versus you, I'm definitely gonna win.
I got the street in me like DJ.
You don't have any street in you. There's no
street. What?
Yuma, Arizona. Have you ever been there? We got UFC fighters coming out left and right, and I wrestled for a year. Okay.
Look, I'm just telling you now that the weight advantage that Bryson has.
Question we never got a hold going.
This is the other one.
Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka. DJ is gonna whoop his ass.
Who do you think, DJ or Brooks, in a fight?
Do you know his personal life, like who he is?
Just don't add anything to it. Taylor, what do you think?
I think DJ could be a little scrappy.
He's a freak athlete too. Brooks is just getting those biceps for the girls like I did in college. Like, look what it did.
Oh, what happened to him?
I mean, do you see how tight this is?
Oh,
my bones
see.
are brittle. I can't lift anymore because of the Diet Coke. So now I'm drinking Gold Emblem. Maybe they sponsor the podcast.
No, we don't. Listen. All right.
Knock off Kroger flavored water.
So next 3 days, I'm hoping just for a good tournament. I'm hoping no weather. I just need them to. I appreciate what the PGA's been doing with the bubble. That's been working. The testing's been working. I just hope they continue down this path. This has been a good major so far.
Lately.
No one's had COVID recently.
Because of that's hilarious.
Yeah, I did. Whoop has been sponsoring the PGA Tour.
I want to try that. I've heard nothing but good things about that.
Now, what is Whoop exactly again?
I have actually the battery on the charger right now, but it's this band, so I can actually play golf. It's not like a watch.
Okay.
But they have an app, so it tracks like your strain level for the day. So if you have a rigorous day, I think you'll have like 11 to 13 or something. But I don't know if it was Watney or one of those guys that went in and got tested because they felt exhausted, and their strain level was like 15 to 17. So that's over exhaustion. So like the flu or something.
They were able to catch it before he even took the test. Okay.
And then they tested positive.
But there's always also an app on your phone that you can say, hey, I've had this much to drink today. Hey, I haven't had this much to eat today. So I think this would be perfect for Breon and his 6 to 3 water and alcohol whiskey intake.
Listen, I don't need a band.
I use it for my water deck.
I don't need a band to tell me that I'm probably drinking too much already. I think the band would probably eject itself from my wrist.
I think it would. It would buzz itself off and be like, "There's no hope for this man."
Sleep, so.
I don't sleep at all either.
Well, my recovery is terrible, and I don't know. It's saying I'm waking up all the time, which maybe I am.
You probably are. You could have sleep apnea.
Because my girlfriend won't sleep near me because
you probably snore.
Of course I do. I have a broken nose, and then I have allergies because of the stupid Midwest, South, whatever you guys want to call it.
When did you get a broken nose?
Oh, you want to hear it?
No, we don't want to.
We don't want to hear it.
It was at the OU Texas football.
No, we'll say before.
He probably got scrappy with DJ.
I got scrappy, and some Oklahoma State guys were at the OU Texas game, And it was actually 4 days before it was pre-qualified first stage of Q school. And I flew from there. I bled the first
Flip
round.
him over backwards.
Yeah, we do not need to hear about you get your nose broke.
I wasn't trying to fight. It just got brought to me by Oklahoma State.
Gosh.
All right, so we want to introduce some new segments as well. So the first segment that we want is a tip segment. And since we have someone whose name starts with a T, we can roll right into Taylor's tips. You see how good that rolled off the tongue? So what you got for us today, Taylor?
Hang on, we should maybe change this to Taylor's tips on Tuesday and just keep going with
Tuesday,
the Tuesday
though. I mean,
it could be
the day after. I mean,
no, today's Friday.
Day after Thursday, tip Taylor's tips.
All right, Taylor, what you got for us?
Let's see. I think it is super, super, super important if you are going to get involved with golf and you're going to get serious about it. You need to get fit properly for clubs. If you are going to actually go play golf, if you want to go play in high school, or if you want to go definitely play in college, it's not something where you can just go and pick up clubs and you're like, okay, these are going to work for me. No, you need to go get fit from a professional and see, where everything is aligned. JJ, I think you kind of probably agree with me coming from a professional.
Club fitting is super important. I think the strategy of who fits you and when you get fit is just as equally important. So like my students I work with on their swing, I like to fit them. So if they're working on their swing, we can fit them for where they're trying to go or what positions they're trying to achieve, because you can change the lying angle 4 degrees from 2 degrees up to 2 degrees down just by, a swing flaw. And then those demo days, they're like, oh, we're going to put you 4 degrees up because you slice it. And it's like, one, the club company won't make it 4 degrees up because the metal will probably break. But they need to do something. They need to fix something.
So here's a question
is super important.
I've got for both of you. What's more important, the shaft or the head of like your club, like the driver head, like the new technology in that, or is it the shaft, depending upon how fast people swing, what their speed is, et cetera? What's more important, really? Because the heads are all the same.
I would definitely say the shaft, just because coming from a girl's standpoint, so I have a pretty fast swing speed. It's been measured from 99 to 101. As JJ's like, whoa, wait a minute. And I mean, from the videos that you probably seen, you're like, holy crap, this chick can swing. Well, I get my hips through it. And if I am playing with a women's shaft, it's more likely to break. So I just have a men's regular shaft, but there's no way I could go to stiff. There's no possible way. I am not that strong.
At 100 miles an hour, you're almost extra stiff.
No, heck no.
105 is like the minimum.
The minimum.
Extra stiff. But
if
shaft, there's kick points, there's all these things.
There's just no way. There's no way I could.
So the men's regular shaft for you seems to fit. Now you're extra stiff, right, JJ? You're okay.
Oh, yeah, I got my swing speed. I told you 121.8 indoors.
Okay, so here's my question.
But then I threw out my neck again. I haven't been able to swing since.
That's why you got all that icy hot patch.
So, it's sweaty.
So here's a question that I've got to Taylor's tip. What about the person who's just starting out at golf as a 30-year-old?
So they need the right weighting and the right lie angle, because your swing will start to adapt, like subconsciously. Your instincts will start to make moves and make the clubs work versus the clubs working for your swing.
Okay. So,
and back to the shaft thing, obviously shaft's really important, but in drivers, I would say the shaft's definitely more important. And then in irons, lie angle is the most important probably, but shaft obviously is important for the spin and trajectory. Because like I can take an X100, shaft in a Titleist MB blade, and my spin rate's going to be for a 7-iron like 8,000, which it should be the iron times 1,000 generically. Gotcha. But that's why I have to play the PXG, because they're high launch, low spin, so I don't get eaten up in the wind. No, but if I have a regular PXG, it's also going to spin too much. So irons is kind of equal in my opinion, and driver is definitely a shaft.
Now, what
Taylor? That's such a wonderful tip that you just gave.
I thought that's my tip. I thought we were doing JJ's gambling tips.
No, I am the gambler. Taylor gives the tips.
Well, I thought I was supposed to go with it.
You are. You are.
You're welcome, Taylor.
Thanks. Oh my gosh.
So, to that point, and again, going back to like the amateur who's just getting started, because that's probably more my lane. Like the people who are just getting started or been playing golf 5-10 years, don't really know what's going on. Can you just go buy Top Flights and expect that to work? Like going to Dick's Sporting Goods, buying Top Flights?
Definitely not go there, because if you're going to play more than once every 2 months, they're not good quality. Like I don't know.
But at the same time, like there's a lot of people that can't afford to go and pay, $2,500 for brand new golf clubs when they're not even good in the first place.
Either. But you should go buy some like Ping Eye 2s for $100. Like those Academy sets, they cost $400, $300.
That's true.
And like you can go get Ping Eye 2s that are going to last for 100 years, and they're not going to break on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely get something that you personally can't afford. Don't go get Walmart clubs that are just sitting on the shelf. Go get something that you think you're going to play for a couple years until you really can say, hey, I'm actually being serious about this. I should definitely go and get the brand new driver that just came out, or the brand new putter. But at the same time, you definitely want to go and get golf lessons, because you don't want to get in a bad funk and a bad habit of you think you're hitting the golf club correctly when you could be learning the correct way the first time.
So
and don't get in bad habits.
Equipment then.
So I had a guy yesterday. He's gonna come in. He's a beginner golfer, doesn't have clubs, and they all like, what club should I get to bring in? I'm like, don't buy anything yet. I have enough demos and stuff to kind of give you a ballpark, and then I can show you cheap ways, like this shop down the street that buys used clubs and then resells them.
Okay.
But you can get stuff. I mean, shoot, I had like Epic Flash driver, brand new, that's only going for like $199. So imagine if you got a Rogue, like slightly used, it's like $100. Like PJ
exactly.
guy says it's worth like $120.
Yeah.
Or
So
I think
I agree.
Flash, so you go 2 years back, it's pretty much the same technology, and get a little used. Like you can get it cheaper than the Dick's set or Top Flights, but they're slightly used. But those clubs last 40 years. Like where I've seen driver shafts break like numerous times on those Academy sets. They only last so long, especially if they're like a strong man or something,
So I wanted to get right into it. I need y'all opinion. This is my gambling, and JJ can attest to it right now. I'm in a pick 'em. I'm winning $35 right now. So I'm going to tell y'all who I have on my roster. This is a running theme. I'm playing the DraftKings.
Who's that last person?
My last person is
y'all are kind of getting a little close over there.
Look, I'm trying. Look,
Norris.
Look, let me make some JJ so close. I'll get my COVID together as well.
In my throat.
So my players this week are Xander Schauffele, Tiger Woods, Berger.
Stop trying to kiss each other, y'all.
I just want to see how effective this mask is.
Gary Woodland, Patrick Reed, and I never played Patrick Reed. I never played, but I put him in.
Why?
I just never played Patrick Reed.
Out of the spotlight for a while after all his cheating.
And then Sean Norris is Sean Norris is a guy. He's from like South Africa, under the radar player, and he's playing well. I'm already winning $35. My goal is to win $100,000 this weekend. If I do, I'm off the podcast.
35 to 100,000.
Yeah, I'm trying to win 100,000. Yeah, I'm off the. I don't need y'all anymore when I win 100,000.
We're making more than 100,000 off this. So we'll be richer.
He went from he's gonna buy us breakfast because he's got $35 to now he's got $100,000 and we're out.
I'm off the podcast. Yeah, JJ probably eats $35 himself on breakfast.
That's fair.
So anything else before we leave the people? This has been episode 20.
Oh heck yeah! I got a lot more to say.
What you got? Go ahead, tell us.
We got a lifetime of episodes too.
But we didn't get into the most important part.
What is it?
Tiger changed putters.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah. So what was the change, Taylor? Give us the rundown. Give us the rundown, Taylor.
So he has been playing a Scotty, and I want to say he literally has made.
Was it
94 million dollars
28 putts it says on TV right now.
And changes. I mean, Obviously, Tiger knows what he's doing, but that's absolutely insane.
How comfortable do y'all feel about changing putters? Is putter the most like the club that you're probably the most comfortable with in the bag?
It's just mental. Which one you like? I mean, well, Adele. So I use this because I can actually line up.
And Taylor got an Adele putter at one point as well.
Adele.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you still use it?
I go back and forth. I have a Bettinardi and an Adele putter, and they're
Did you
both
get
very.
fit?
Yes, I got
Yeah.
fit, and I love it. But I also love my Bettinardi, and I play with that a little bit more, just because I've been playing with it and I'm kind of used to it. But I could switch back and forth, no problem. But if I switch to something else, but if I switch to completely something else, like, oh my gosh, if the head of the putter doesn't look the same, it's out of my bag. It has to look identical.
Yeah, so people can change their clubs, but they rarely change their putter. What is that about? I don't care. I'll change a putter any day.
Well, because it's mental. I mean, and I don't know. Well, if you're, struggle with alignment, you hook putts like I used to before I changed my grip. But like I was using arm lock. That's when I put the Adele in the closet for a couple of years. And then I went back up this year and he was like, "What are you doing with that?" And he changed my grip and now I don't hook my putts. So that's the only putter I can prefer
your
line up
putts.
with. Oh, it duck hooks like 3 feet. I miss the hole, and I'll totally commit to it.
Now, Tiger said the reason why he made the change is because he can practice longer because the putter is longer, so it helps his back.
It helps his back. Yeah,
it's kind of like Fred Couples went to the belly, I think, originally, went back when it was legal because of his back.
Yeah, I just think I just can't I can't see Tiger winning this week. I mean, I put him on my roster because I knew he would make the cut and be prepared. But I do not see him winning this week. I can't see it. I mean, you can't come back after being gone for 6 months.
He does the impossible.
I mean, he had been trending before he won his Masters. This would be out of the blue if he won this event.
Do you have him in top 5?
No, I think
You're 25th.
I bet him top 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go Scotty Scheffler.
Okay, Scotty. So you finally made your pick.
He's going to be like
Keegan
Bradley. Well, I picked him Wednesday.
Keegan Bradley won.
He won a
PGA randomly.
I don't think he had won before that.
No, he had not.
He won a couple after. How about Keegan Bradley's Air Jordan high tops and he wears like size 6?
I like.
He's like
size 6.
Have you seen? They're like little
kids.
Little feet, like on a long leg. It's really funny. We'll check him out.
I like that's what he's staring at. He's watching golf, but he's not paying attention. He's watching his
caught
feet.
up. Tiger just made like a 30-footer with that. How long is it? 35 and a half? 36?
What, his putter?
He says it's the same length of his sand wedge.
Yeah, he said the same length of his sand wedge. Yeah.
I don't know what he normally putted with, what length, but we'll have to look that up.
But other than that, anything else before we close this bad boy out?
No, I think we've enlightened him.
I think we've got him. I think we hooked him in. We have a new segment. I'm wearing a mask moving forward in front of JJ.
You got a mask like that because Tiger's wearing a mask.
No,
like
I've
that.
had this mask from Costco for like 2 weeks now. What are you talking about? I had it
Tiger's
before.
Probably showing like practicing with it 2 weeks ago, and you wouldn't.
No, I've been had this. Look, this is where I can work out. So
Harold Varner probably did. That's your real.
Listen, JJ and I are gonna box after this. We're
no joke. I have
DJ.
Breon. $20 on Breon.
Well, we'll see. I'm a wrestler. We also have that argument: wrestler versus like offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman is gonna win just because of the weight.
What if you have a big wrestler?
I don't think you understand how much weight matters in anything.
I've had fat people like sit on me before when I was young.
Look, this has been episode 23 of the Golf Performance Move Crowdfest. We appreciate you listening. Follow, share, like us. We're about to have our social media page together. We're about to have our YouTube page together. All of those details will be out next week. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Play, all of your favorite streaming services were available, and we appreciate you all listening. We're out.